Hi, it's Juliana Sauber, naturopath, stress reduction facilitator, energy healing facilitator, and quantum frequency facilitation. How are you today? Listen, if you've worked with me, you've probably heard me talk about stress. I've heard me talk about reducing stress and finding balance in your body. The vagus nerve is the communication pathway for peace or stress. It is the mechanism for fight, flight, or freeze, right? So what it is it's a large nerve that goes from the midbrain to the genitals, about the size of your pinky. So it's the largest one in the body. And it has branches out into everywhere. It branches to the eyes, to the throat, the lungs, the heart, down into the stomach and the intestines, down into the bladder, out into your peripheral nervous system, so out into your hands and your feet. And it is the control mechanism for sympathetic and parasympathetic. Now, when you're being chased by a bear, and it doesn't matter if you're actually being chased by a bear or you're being chased by your cell phone or a work schedule or finances or trauma in your life, whatever it is, your body doesn't know the difference between the cell phone is ringing constantly and you're being chased by a bear. The mechanism is exactly the same. There are certain things that need to happen when you're being chased by a bear. Running faster, breathing shallower, eyes narrowing, limitations of thought, and the thought is strictly survival mode, not thriving. And lots of other pieces of it get lowered in function until you give the body the signal that we're okay, bear's gone, everything's good. So society teaches us how to be stressed out, but not how to calm down. And for some people, meditation works great, and for others, meditation is very difficult. It took me years to be able to sit in a 30-minute meditation because my nervous system was so amped up and hyped up. And I wish I would have had a few of these techniques, because then I probably would have gotten there faster. I would have gotten to the point of being calmer faster. So I want to show you these elements so that you can practice them for yourself. I would recommend doing them each and every day. Even when you're thinking you're calm, it's not a bad idea to do these to make sure, to double check, to bring back into harmony. The other piece of this to recognize is that when you've been in a state of chronic stress and fight flight, your body's in that state automatically. You wake up in it, you go to sleep in it. You spend the whole day triggered into fight flight. So you have to retrain your body to come out of that and be in a natural state of calm. 30 days, 45 days, 60, 90 days. It depends on the height of your stress and the length of time that you have been under stress. So I want you to first take a measurement of where your body is at. Let's start with the physical body itself. Do you feel tightness in your neck and shoulders? Tension maybe in the glutes, which is the butt area? Do you feel like your muscles are always contracted? So just take a second and pay attention to what are your muscles telling you? Are you in a chronic state of a little bit of pain, a medium amount of pain, a lot of pain? Because that may be the case for you as well. So let's take a look at breathing. So if I said take a deep breath, do your shoulders move? Or can you take a deep breath without your shoulders being impacted? Stress breathing is up here in the shoulder. It's very shallow. It's very up here in the top part of the lungs. And this tight, because you're so tight and tense, the whole thing moves together. It is a process to come out of that and move into deep belly diaphragmatic breathing. Because what that does is, this is stress breathing. The body's still under stress. We're still being chased by a bear. This down here is, it's okay. We can relax. The bear is gone. And the bear may not be gone. The phone may be still ringing, but you left it in the other room. You shut off the ringer and you said, I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to take 10 or 15 minutes to do what I need to do to calm down. And the amazing part is when you return to those phone calls, you will approach them much calmer. Things will resolve themselves much faster. All right, so next thing to check is your eyes. Now, when we're in fight, flight, stress breathing, and tight, tense body, that vagus nerve narrows your focus. Your eyesight is changed by it. It is, you'll find that the optic nerves behind your eyes are probably tight and tense. That actually changes your eyesight. There are lots of studies and theories going on about the fact that our eyesight changes as we get older and the connection to chronic stress. So I was in bifocals as I was approaching age 40. Now I operate without glasses. I still have low light challenges, but that's more related to time on the computer than stress. Okay. So check your eyes. Close your eyes, roll your eyeballs around and see if they roll easily or if it's very tight, it's tense. It seems like stuck or skipping. Can't quite make a circle. So make the circle to the left and make the circle to the right with both eyes. And take a measure of how tight, tense, sore, irritated that muscle is. Now this is where we're going to do our primary work, is with the eyes and the head. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to turn your head all the way over your shoulder and then continue to take your eyes as far to the left as you can. So we start here and then we look all the way left, and you want to hold that for 90 seconds. So if you need to pause the video, go ahead and do that. So after 90 seconds, and mind you, if it's really uncomfortable, do shorter periods of time until it loosens up. Do 15 seconds on this side, 15 seconds on that side. Come back and do 20 on this side and 20 on that side. Work your way up. No different than if you were to walk into the gym today. You probably couldn't bench press 200 pounds. You have to work your way up to it. So you want to relax these muscles, and part of it is getting movement in it, regular movement. Okay, so we go to the right side now, and we move the eyes all the way over as far as you can. So your eyes are all the way over, and you might feel the tension again. Hold that for as long as you can, preferably about 90 seconds. Breathing. So working to take that breath all the way down to the belly button. So you're expanding the belly when you breathe. And then the shoulders. And then we drop all of it. That was intentional shoulder movement because I brought the breath from the bottom of the belly all the way up into the chest. And so I expanded my shoulders. And then when I release the breath, it's the belly first. And then we drop the shoulders, rolling in, like squeezing it out. Like that. So that was intentional. All right, so that's step number 1. Now step number 2, you're going to take your right ear to your right shoulder and you're going to look up and away. And you're going to hold that again for, say, 30 to 60 seconds. And then you're going to look down to the same shoulder. So you're looking down. And you hold that for the 30, 60 seconds. And then you go to this side and you look up. And then you look down. 30, 60 seconds here, 30, 60 seconds there. Holding that for as long as is okay for you. Now, again, if it's very painful to begin with, and it was for me when I first started these movements, then take it in shorter periods, more repetitions until you can hold that for a long period of time. The third thing we're going to do is an eye roll. So when you close your eyes, now you're going to circle your eyes around. So the circle is around this way. It's not up and down. It's around. And then we circle back around the other way. So circle 30 times to the right and 30 times to the left. Now, take note of where things are sticky, that they seem to skip, that it's more difficult to get through there. And you may jot that down. Maybe draw a picture of your eye and note where it's difficult, and track your progress as you do this for 30 days so that you go back to that after 15 days and you go, oh, wow, that spot really is a lot better. And after 30 days, you're going, oh, that's easy. I can move this pretty easily. Okay. Now the last one is engaging a little more of the body. So you can take your right hand and put it on the left trapezius muscle. Okay, so right here is the left trapezius muscle. And then you're going to take your other hand, you're going to push your chin over and up, looking up. So your eyes are up as well as your chin. And you hold that for 30 seconds, and then you switch to the other side. Now you're going to notice this trapezius muscle right here is tight, okay? Pay attention to that as you do this over throughout the days. So use this as an opportunity to really get into your body, to pay attention to what it's saying, to pay attention to where it wants attention. Okay? Now, if you want to take that last movement to a more advanced place, after you get to here and you get your chin over, go into an open air squat. So your feet are spread apart and you're going to squat with your knees open. Go as deep as you can go into that squat. That adds an extra layer of connecting this part of the vagus nerve all the way down. Okay? Now the last piece of it, if you'd like to do this, is you can do a reconnect. So holding your belly button and the top of your head, breathe into it. And breathing all the way down, paying attention to where this energy flows. And tell it, you know, I want the energy to go to the top of my head. Now I want the energy to flow all the way down to the genital area. I want this reactivation, re-engagement of the vagus nerve in a sympathetic, calm way. All right. And then to close it, do a recheck. Check your breathing. Are you able to expand your belly without lifting your shoulders? How's the tension and the tightness throughout your body? If you roll your eyes, how's the eye roll? Is it better? And maybe keep track of it all. A journal is a great way to keep track of your progress. I have oftentimes found that clients don't recognize between the first session and the third or fourth session how far they've come until we do a recheck. And numbers that were, 15, 18, 20 on the scale of 25 are now 2 and 4. So significant improvement, but they hadn't quite cognitively picked up on that. So that's really good awareness, because that helps you to keep motivated, to keep yourself inspired to move forward, inspired to continue to take these actions for yourself. So important elements of self-care, stress reduction. The nice thing about these is if you have, if you're working in an office job, I did for years, very stressful position. If I went to breathing, if I'd have had these other techniques, things might have been very different. So apply these. If you take a bathroom break or you take a 15-minute break from your job, when you're sitting there enjoying your snack or your time outdoors, do these eye movements. And allow your body the opportunity to reset regular times, regular intervals throughout the day. And you will find your overall stress level is down each and every day. You'll be going home from work much more calm. And you'll be at home much more calm. All right. I hope this is helpful. Give me some feedback. Would love to hear in the comments. Make sure you like this and share this with your friends that you know are stressed.